Let me tell you what the most expensive thing in your pool service business actually is. It's not your chemicals, it's not your truck, it's not even your labor. It's being invisible on Google when somebody in your neighborhood types pool service near me and your competitor's name comes up instead of yours. Because here's what happens in that moment. That customer calls them, not you, and they probably stay with that company for years. That's not just one lost lead, that's thousands of dollars in lifetime customer value walking straight to your competition every single week because your Google business profile isn't doing its job. And today, I'm gonna fix that. For those of you who don't know me, my name is John Luca and I built a pool service business in Las Vegas to multiple 7 figures in revenue. And in this video, I'm gonna give you the exact framework, profile optimizations, review systems, and the tools that run it all automatically. So you're not relying on paid ads or word of mouth alone to grow it. This is the stuff that works, and most of your competitors haven't figured it out yet. Now let's get into it. Now before we get into the how, let's talk about why Google Maps is the highest ROI channel in the business available to you right now. When you run Facebook ads or Google PPC, you pay for every single lead. The moment you stop paying, the leads stop coming. It's a faucet. Turn off the spend, turn off the flow. Google Maps is different. When you rank well organically, the leads keep coming in without you writing a check every month to make it happen. Someone searches pool service in Las Vegas at 9 p.m. on a Tuesday, your profile shows up, they call you, they become a customer. And the great part is that you didn't even pay for that lead. You earned it by building the right foundation. And here's the thing about pool service specifically. People searching for pool service on Google Maps are not just browsing. They didn't stumble across your ad grabbing their morning latte, and they're not casually curious. They have a pool, it needs service, they want someone reliable, and they are calling whoever shows up at the top of the list. And if that's not you, it's your competitor, every single time. Now in this, there's gonna be 5 fundamental layers you need to pull before this, but before we get into that, I wanna show you what this looks like when it's done right. There's a company here in Las Vegas called Priority Pool Service, and I know them personally. And when you search for pool service in Las Vegas on Google Maps, they show up. Consistently, top of the results, strong review count, a profile that looks professional and complete and trustworthy the moment you land on it. And they're not running a massive ad budget to make that happen. They built the right foundation on Google Maps and they maintain it. The leads continue to come in because the profile does the work. That's exactly what I'm gonna show you how to build. Now here are the 5 levers that get you there. Lever number 1, and this is big. Your business name should include your trade. It's very simple. Google's algorithm is trying to match what people search with what your business offers. When someone types pool service into Google Maps, businesses with those words in their name have an advantage. If your business is named after yourself, like Johnson's LLC or Mike's Home Service, you are making Google work harder to figure out what you do. And Google is always going to reward the path of least resistance. Now, this doesn't necessarily mean you have to rename your entire company, but if you're early enough that your brand isn't locked in yet, seriously consider building the trade into the name. Clearwater Pool Service, Desert Pool Pros, something like this, that tells Google and your customer exactly what you do the moment they see it. Now, if your name is already established and changing it isn't necessarily realistic, don't stress out too much about this. There are 4 other levers that will do the heavy lifting for you. But if you're starting fresh, this is free and it matters. Number 2 is multiple Google business locations. This one is going to make some people uncomfortable, and I want to be upfront about that. Here's how Google Maps ranking actually works. The closer a searcher is to your business pin, the better you rank for them, which means if your pin is on the east side of town, you're probably dominating searches on the east side and losing ground the further west that you go. Geography is going to limit you to some extent, and the only real way to extend your geographic reach is to have a presence in the areas where you want to rank. That's where multiple locations come in. If you have a legitimate second location, a secondary office, a warehouse, a partner address, you can create a second Google business profile that ranks in a different part of your market. 2 profiles, 2 different pins covering more of the same map. Now, I want to be straight with you about when this applies. If you have less than 100 reviews on your primary profile, focus there first. Get that dialed in, rank well close to your main pin before you start thinking about expanding your footprint. This is more of an advanced strategy for operators running larger operations who want to cover more geographic ground. But it is a real strategy, and someone in your market is probably already doing it. The question is whether someone is going to be you or your competitor. Lever number 3, get a real address pin, not just a service area blob. If your Google business profile is set up with a service area instead of a physical address pin, fix this now. Google penalizes surface area profiles in the rankings. The service area blob with no red pin signals to the algorithm that you're a less established business, and it treats you accordingly. Get a real address. If you're running out of your home or you don't want that address public, find a solution. Shared office space, a mailbox service with the real street address. In most markets, you can solve for this for a few $100. That investment alone will outperform almost any amount of ad spend you could run on a penalized profile. Get the pin and move on. Lever number 4 is photo reviews and local guides. Not all reviews are going to be created equal, and this is the part most operators completely miss. A text review with no photo is fine. It's better than nothing. But a review that includes a photo of your work, the customer's pool, your tech on site, that is significantly more valuable to Google's algorithm. It signals authenticity. It signals that a real human being had a real experience with your business and cared enough to document it. Now, local guides, the people on Google who have a history of leaving detailed reviews, they carry even more weight. When a local guide leaves you a review that mentions pool service in your city or your tech by name, that single review is doing more work for your ranking than 10 generic 5-star ratings with no text and no photos. So here's your homework from this section. After this video, go find your 5 or 6 best customers, the ones who love your service and would do anything that you asked. Reach out to them personally and ask them to leave a photo review. Even if they've sent you a review before, go back in and ask them to edit it and add a photo. That one ask done right might move your ranking. Lever number 5 is go fill out your products and services section. This one takes 30 minutes at most, and most operators have never done it. Go into your Google business profile and fill out the products and services section completely. Every service you offer, weekly maintenance, filter cleans, acid washes, equipment repair, green pool treatments, describe each one of them in detail. Use the language your customers actually search for, your city name, your service type, specific treatments, etc. If you want, you can even use AI to help you write these if you're not a writer. Use Claude or ChatGPT, tell it what you offer, where you operate, and ask it to write compelling service descriptions that are optimized for local search. This, again, takes 20 minutes, it costs nothing, and it gives Google more information to match your profile to relevant searches. Do it once, it's going to compound forever. Now let me come back to Priority Pool Service for a second, because their profile is a real-world example of what all 5 of these levers look like when they're working together. They have a complete profile, a real address pin, strong review count that's built up consistently over time, multiple locations, photo reviews from real customers, a presence in Las Vegas that puts them at the top of results when pool owners in the city go searching for service. Now, I don't think they're the biggest company in Las Vegas, and they're not spending the most on ads. But when someone in their market needs a pool service company and pulls out their phone, Priority Pool Service is who they're going to find. And that's the name of the game, and it's completely winnable for any operator who builds the right foundation and maintains it. Now, quick pause here, guys. Everything I just walked you through in the profile section is something we built specifically and directly into Splash. Splashapp has a Google Business Profile Optimizer built right into the platform. It walks you through exactly what to fill out, flags what you're missing, and helps you get your profile to the point where you're actually generating leads instead of just sitting there. And here's the piece that ties directly into what we're about to cover. Splash sends automated post-visit summaries to your customers after every single clean. A clean, professional message that tells them what was done, what was checked, and how their pool's looking. Now that communication does 2 things. It makes your customer feel valued and informed, and it creates a perfect natural environment to ask for a review. Because the customer just heard from you, they're satisfied, and their experience is fresh in their mind. And the review request is built into that flow. You don't have to remember to send it, you don't have to train your tech to ask, the system automatically handles it for you. Go book a free demo, the link is in the description. Let them show you exactly what this looks like inside of the platform. Now let's get into the second part of this video that I like to call the review system. Profile optimization that we just talked about is going to get you on the map. Reviews are what's going to move you up it. And I want you to understand something before we talk about systems. All reviews are not created equal. There is a hierarchy, and most operators are stuck at the bottom of it without even realizing it. Level number 1 here. You've got some reviews, they're generic, there's no real photos, no keywords. It's better than nothing, but it's also not great. Level 2. You have a lot of reviews coming in consistently over time. Google's gonna reward your frequency. 10 reviews that trickled in over 6 months is going to be 10 reviews that were all posted on the same day. And then level 3 are photo reviews. A customer who took a picture of their clean pool, their blue water, your truck in the driveway, and attached it to the review. is worth roughly 10 times what a text-only review is worth to your ranking. Now, I've seen this firsthand. I'm literally not kidding. It is not an exaggeration. Level 4 here is frequent photo reviews with keywords. The customer mentions pool service in your city, in your text name. It reads like a real person had a real experience because they did, and Google can tell the difference. That here needs to be your target. Frequent, keyword-rich photo reviews from real customers. Now here's the system and framework to get it, and there are 2 prongs to this. Prong number 1, I call the easy review link. The biggest problem in asking for reviews is not that customers don't want to leave them, it's that they forget. Someone says, absolutely, I'll leave you a review, and then life happens, they get distracted, and then 3 weeks later, it still hasn't happened. Now, it's not like they were lying to you, they just got busy, and that follow-through rate on a verbal commitment to leave a review is somewhere between 2 to 5% without a system behind it. The review link is going to eliminate a lot of that friction. Your customer can receive a direct link to your Google review page where all they have to do is tap the link and leave a review. When you can essentially spoon feed this to them, it makes that process work a lot better as opposed to asking them to figure it out on their own. Your team is going to ask for it at the moment the customer's happiest, right after a service visit when the pool looks great and everything went smoothly. The review gets written and it's done. This is your leadoff hitter and it's going to get you on base every single time it's executed. Now, prong number 2, and this is the Babe Ruth 9th inning home run approach, is the automated review sequence. When Splash sends post-visit summaries to your customer, that automated message telling them what was done at their pool today, it includes a review request that is natural and timed perfectly. Now, I don't think I'd be doing you justice just to tell you about this, so I want to show you exactly what I'm talking about. So let's hop into Splash and take a look. What's up, guys? Welcome into splashapp. Today we're going to be talking about the Performance Hub settings that are specifically related to automating your review process. Now, in the concept of being able to make it super easy for your customers to leave feedback on your business, especially in public forums, we know oftentimes that this can be difficult, cumbersome, tedious to be consistently having to remember to ask your customers for reviews. So what we did was we went in and automated the entire process, and I want to come through the 3 different components to this on the back end settings where you can essentially go in, be mindful, spend 5 minutes figuring out your process here and essentially just set it and forget it. Now at the top, in the review automation section, you have the ability to toggle this on and off. If you don't want reviews, you don't have to ask for them, you don't have to automate them, although I can't think of a world in which you wouldn't want them. Considering that most people want people to leave reviews on their business, this setting is available to you. Now, first and foremost, you are able to set a setting where you are able to send reviews to the customers after a specific period of time. For example, if your service visit was completed, if a repair was completed, you tell the software when you want it to send the review link. You can also trigger it based on specific job types. So right now, I just have skimming here for an example. This can be things like acid washes, green to cleans, filter cleans, salt cell cleanings, any kind of service that you offer that you would like to have a customer leave a review around, you can toggle the software to do that. In addition, this can also be sent with the automated service reports after just general service and water maintenance. You can toggle this to be every visit, every 2 visits, once a month, once every couple months, whatever you think would be best for your business. The delivery channels in this are going to be through text message and or email, and you can set that setting right here. Then there's the customer templates. This is where you can go in and cater the messaging to your client appropriately. What do you want it to say? How do you want to address it? This can work and say exactly what it is you want it to say, customize it to your liking. Now, this is my favorite part here because I think it addresses something that a lot of pool companies fear, and I'm sure if you've been doing this long enough, you've had a bad experience with this. I think one of the things that people fear is, in the review side of things, is just getting a bad review. And there's nothing like a bad review to make your stomach turn, get you that pit feeling in your stomach, and ruin half of your day. I understand, I've been there myself. So we were mindful about this in the process of building it, and we wanted to make sure we could basically try to control the customer experience as best as possible. Here's an example of the automation flow just so you can get some understanding behind it. Now in this, when you complete a job or service, you can tell the software how long you want it to wait before you send it a review. That setting is done up here. So if we switch it over to immediately, you can see that it's switched over to immediately. So theoretically, a job or a service was just completed. Immediately afterwards, a review request gets sent to the customer via SMS and or email, and it will lead the customer to this landing page. This is the landing page that they will see. They are then given two options. They either like the service, thumbs up, or they did not like the service, thumbs down. If they did like the service, we want them to tell all their friends and family about it. So at the thumbs up icon click, we then direct them directly to our Google Business Profile where they can go share all the great things that they loved about the service. Now on the flip side, if the customer did not enjoy the service, they had a bad experience, or something may have gone wrong, the last thing that we want to do is make it easy for them to go leave us a bad review. But at the same time, it is valuable to get their feedback in a more private setting. So what we did after the thumbs up icon was we were able to give the customer the ability to let our internal team know what went wrong with the service. These are all changeable by going up here, adding feedback categories. So theoretically, you could say, pool is still green, add that to the options here, go back to the customer feedback flow. We're going to click thumbs down, and now you see that's one of the toggle items here. So in a nutshell, this is sort of the back end of the Performance Hub settings specifically related to review automation. Hopefully you find this helpful. We really built this in mind to be a set and forget type setting that a lot of businesses are going to find very useful. In summary, guys, here's what I want you to hear before we wrap up. Systems are always going to beat your intentions. Everything I just walked you through is not complicated, none of it is technical, and none of it requires an agency or a big marketing budget. What it requires is that you actually build a system once and then let it run. The Google Business Profile optimization process takes less than an hour to set up. Do it once and it's over. And the review link is free and pulled right off your Google Business Profile as well. Now, the automated review sequence is a free feature for all Splash customers, and it runs itself after every visit. You get to cater it to your specific needs, and it works while you're on the route, while you're eating dinner, even while you're sleeping. The operators that I've watched struggle with Google Maps aren't struggling because that algorithm is unfair or because their competitors have some secret advantage. They're struggling because they've been meaning to set this up for months and something always gets in the way. Fulfillment takes over, the day gets long, and the stuff that would actually move the needle keeps getting pushed to tomorrow. Tomorrow never comes. Build your systems today. Now here's exactly what I want you to do right after you close this video. Step 1, go through your Google Business Profile right now. Your business name, your address pin, the products and services section, and photos. Fix whatever is missing. And if you're already a Splash user, use the built-in optimizer. It will tell you exactly what needs attention and walk you through it. Step number 2, grab your Google review link and save it somewhere easy to access and send to people. And step 3 is get Splash set up with automated post-visit summaries and review requests. This is the system that runs the cleanup prong with your review strategy without you having to think about it. Book a free demo, the link is in the description, and they will show you exactly how it works inside of the platform. Now I'll tell you what, do these 3 things consistently for 6 months. Then come back and tell me what happened to your inbound lead volume. I guarantee you're gonna be shocked. And if you made it to the end of this video, thanks for watching. Please consider subscribing to the channel, and I'll see you in the next one.